Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God, our moments also with the holy ones of God, the saints of God. Some of them have lived a wonderful life. Some of them are not known, but some are very well known. Like today, we will see one of them. But all that he did was he became very aware of what the call of the Lord for him was, and then he followed the Lord radically, inviting us as well to look at ourselves and see how radically we follow the Lord or not, and whether we can still make improvements in our call. Maybe we have failed like I did a lot of times, but now I'm becoming more and more aware and trying to follow the Lord more seriously. And I invite you also to be co-proclaimers of the Word of God with me by sharing the videos with others and asking your friends and families to subscribe, to write your comments, and also the like button. Thank you. Today, on the 17th of January, the church celebrates the feast of Saint Anthony the Abbot. Some call him Anthony the Great, the father of the monasticism in the Catholic Church, or the father of desert fathers. There are people who are known as desert fathers. So what happened to this Saint Anthony? A great example, and many others have followed him. That's why he holds a very important place. Anthony the Abbot was born in 251. Yes, 251, almost 1900 years ago. And it seems he seems to have lived for 105 years, because he died in 356. So that amounts to 105 years of life. But when he was 20 years old, he came from a very rich family in Egypt at that time. And he was in the church one day, and he heard the gospel of the young man coming to Jesus and asking what should he do to be a perfect person. And Jesus tells him to observe the law, which is mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 19 verses 21, and also in Mark's Gospel chapter 10 verse 21 again, where then finally he says, yes, I have been doing all this. So what more shall I do? And Jesus tells him, then go and sell everything you have and come and follow me. Give everything to the poor you have, sell everything you have, give to the poor, and come and follow me. This actually he took that sentence so seriously that he actually went out, sold major part of all his property. He left a little portion for his sister and literally gave to the poor and followed him very radically. Now, how did he follow? Because he is known as the father of monasticism in the Catholic Church, and also the leader of the desert fathers. So he actually left everything and not only gave to the poor, but he went into the desert. Now that desert, of course, in Egypt was of sand, but this could as well be considered as a desert. You see, it's full of snow. There is nothing that you can do at this particular time. At other times this will be better, but I'm just taking an example. It could be a desert as in the sand, or it could be a desert like this. It could be some other type of desert, for example, where there is only water. I have also seen villages, for example, in Cambodia. The whole villages are in water, yes, or in some other places. But what I'm saying is that he took the gospel so seriously, and he spent his time in asceticism. So people could as well here practice asceticism. And I have heard that the true Hindus, not Hindutva, I am terribly against the Hindutva fellows, but true Hindu sadhus and gurus, they also go at the foot of Himalayas where it is freezing cold, and they also sacrifice their life to discover more about God. But what Anthony was doing basically was fighting the demons. He was always, he thought that he was besieged by the demons and the temptations of this world with lust and with everything. And he kept fighting them. And what happened was then, a lot of people came seeking his advice because people were also fighting worldly things. Now, this is a big contrast between people like Anthony and that time many others who left everything, left the worldly things, sold everything, and went to the desert or a place like this to be in union with God. And then we have examples in modern times where people like Donald Trump, who himself is a billionaire, and he has his eyes on Venezuela, and he has captured Maduro and brought him to prison, and he wants to control the oil that is there. Then he has his eyes on Greenland. I just want Greenland, he says, or America needs Greenland. But you already are the richest country on earth. You are the most powerful. Why are you going? So this is very difficult now for people to understand when people are going after wealth, more power. They are already so powerful. They want more power. Putin, after having the biggest land mass on earth like Russia, he has his eyes on Ukraine. He is killing people there. So this is big contrast. And that's why I think people may think that Anthony the Great holds no value today. I think the other way around. That particularly in this kind of competition where people are trying to kill each other and own and grab things from others like Venezuela or the Greenland or something else, Anthony sets a very good example of how a good Christian can follow God by leaving everything, giving to the poor, and following the Lord radically. And I'm sure you too would be happy to follow his example. And if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.